Hey guys, Ashley here and Nicole. And so we're just popping on here. We wanted to take advantage of our nap time hustle. Two of my three are down for naps. And Nicole's are a little bit older, but we have finally have our like power time. So this is real life what it looks like for coaching. When we take little snippets of our time throughout the day and we utilize them and work with intention to share with you guys, to share resources and to grow our businesses. So we just wanted to pop on here real quick and share with you guys a little bit about what our stories are for coaching and what this has done for us. And then we'll go ahead and talk on the next steps on what to do when, especially when you're like, yes, I feel that fire. This sounds interesting. I'm interested. What to do next. So I'm gonna let Nicole go ahead and kind of introduce herself, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
All right, guys. So I am Nicole, and I am a Air Force wife. My husband has been in, for goodness, almost 15 years now. So we are in it for the long haul. We have 3 kids, and we homeschool. And I'm also a registered nurse. But by just God's plans and the blessing of coaching, I am transitioning right now into pretty much only working 1 day at the hospital per month and making coaching my full-time gig. So, which is absolutely incredible to me because when I started, I didn't think that was possible. So, a little bit about my story with Beachbody. I'll be honest, I'd been invited a couple different times throughout the year or over the years and never thought it was really anything that I needed as far as coaching or accountability groups. I had tried Insanity back in the day and never finished it. I purchased Hammer and Chisel and never finished that. And so that was just kind of my yo-yo routine was I would start, I would stop, I would start, I would stop. And amidst exercise, I would also just be searching Pinterest late at night, trying to find the next best diet cleanse or something that was going to help me drop my, 20, 25 pounds that I wanted to lose. And so it was just kind of that vicious cycle for me. And it never really dawned on me how much of an issue with emotional eating and things like that I had until my husband was in Korea for a year. He was completing a long tour. And so I was single mom in it for a year and I did not cope very well. Where I should have been going to Jesus in my times of anxiety, I was going to food. And before I knew it, I had gained 25, 30 pounds. So yeah, pretty all-time low as far as where I was at in my life. We were making the transition to our next base while my husband was still in Korea. And so that was about August timeframe. And once we got to Missouri, I knew no one except for one person that I had been emailing in regards to my kids' schoolwork. And so I knew no one. I really craved community. I felt lonely. My husband was in Korea and just all of these things. I knew I needed to make a change because I just felt incredibly unhealthy. I had no energy. I couldn't keep up with my kids. I had pain in my back. I'm like, I'm only 31. Like, come on, let's go. I feel like an old lady. And so I was just really searching for a change. And so right around that same time, Ashley actually started popping up on my newsfeed. We have been friends since, oh my goodness, middle school, right? We've been friends since middle school, but as you go your separate ways and things like that, we hadn't really been in touch for several years. But I started following her, and little did she know, she was encouraging me each and every day to go to my garage and push play on Hammer and Chisel. And finally, in October, I decided I wanted to join a challenge group. And so I made that commitment. It was the best $180 I've ever spent because now I am going into my second year where I have worked out consistently 6 days a week. I'm probably in the best shape I've ever been in my life and probably No, I'm not even going to say probably. I am in better shape than before I even had kids. And so that's pretty awesome to say, because that's not ever been a thing for me. And so I really feel like God placed Ashley back in my life and coaching in my life to really help me learn how to get over these strongholds of going to food for comfort and just approaching basically what I thought a healthy lifestyle was constant dieting and trying to get a six pack. And when I was able to set that to the side and really just start pursuing health and really changing my heart and my mindset, that is when I really started to see change. And so when I had accomplished that and I felt like I had the answer, I wanted to shout that from the rooftops. And so that was why I signed up to be a coach. And it has been such an incredibly rewarding experience. I first started coaching simply because I wanted to share my journey and encourage others. And over the course of the last year, 19 months, I guess, I've really started to see that it's not only about sharing my health journey, but also my business journey and helping other women get to a point where they can be home with their kids and where they do not have to do the daycare drop-offs, and they can truly seek the very best version of their own self and help others do that while creating an income at home. And I mean, I don't know about you, but that sounds like the best job possible. So I will never leave bedside nursing. I absolutely love being a nurse. But if I can be quite candid with you, my goal is to be able to volunteer as a nurse somewhere. If I can go volunteer and be, in homeless shelters and things like that, where I'm using the gifts that God has given me, but not at a 13-hour shift somewhere where I have to find childcare for my kids. And when my husband deploys, it's absolutely crazy to find somebody to come and watch my kids. And where I go to the shift at the hospital and I come home utterly exhausted, that's just not the picture of where I feel God is leading me. So I'm super excited that you have taken the first step to even listen to our stories about coaching and just get a little bit more information. I think we can both say that we were really nervous. We didn't want to be, I mean, it's a really big step. And I'm not going to say that it's been easy. It's been a lot of growth for me. And it's taken several months for me to feel like I'm getting it. But when you're consistent and you're just genuinely sharing your story, it's incredible how much impact you can make, not only for an income in your family, but for the lives of other people. And that is genuinely the heart and the soul behind why we show up and coach every day. It's just an added perk that we get to provide for our families in this way. So I'm super excited you're here and really excited to share more with you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nicole. Awesome. So Nicole and I, again, we've known each other since for like 7th grade. And so with my journey, I started about 5 years ago. All throughout my life, I was a collegiate athlete. I had run marathons. I was always someone who was I felt like I was in shape, and I felt like I was healthy. But looking back now, I realized that in no way the way that I was searching for that healthy physique, it was not healthy at all the way I was going about it. I would be the person who'd be working out for 45 minutes to 2 hours every single day. I'd be that person who was like cramming down Hydroxycut because I really wanted to get down to that size 4. I'd be the person who'd be like, it's good, I only need to eat like a few things throughout the day. It really wasn't healthy at all. And I knew that after I had my son and I was left with 75 pounds to lose, I knew that I didn't want to bring that into my kids' lives, and that I needed to take care of and learn how to have a positive relationship with food, a positive relationship with exercising, and a positive relationship with health in general, because I didn't want to pass those same things on to my kids, especially when I knew we were planning to have more than just our son. I didn't want to pass it on to my daughters. So for me, this whole relationship with health and really was a huge shift for me. And so after my son, I lost the 75 pounds. I was able to learn sustainable exercise, sustainable nutrition, and it worked awesome. I really loved it. But I wasn't mentally ready to start with coaching yet. So I went back to work full time, and it just felt like I was missing part of my son's life. I would drop him off at daycare. It was always full of tears. He never wanted mommy to leave, and it was just heartbreaking. And so I knew that after our second, I got pregnant again after our second daughter was born, who's just waking up now. After she was born, I knew I wanted to do something that allowed me to be home with them and present in the everyday experiences, while also while also having something, an outlet for myself, be able to be the best version of myself for not just my kiddos, but also for me. And I'm someone who always enjoyed working, right? And so being home as a full-time stay-at-home mom was frightening to me mentally. I knew that I needed more than just being someone having a shirt for a kid to rub their nose on, which I'm so glad I'm here to do, but I needed more than that in my day. So I turned to coaching about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago to the month. And it just exploded for me. I felt like I got in the best shape of my life being a coach. I had more accountability. I was showing up every single day. It was my job to learn how to not only make good nutrition choices and exercise choices, but also how to help other people to make those. So it was more, I had more invested in my health than I had in the past. I not only was able to drop that time 65 pounds, to come down to another size 4, to feel super confident, to have a more exciting relationship with my husband because I felt confident in myself. I was able to create nutrition plans and healthy food that my kids would eat. My son at that point, when I first started this, would only eat macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. That's all I could get him to eat. But through this, I've been able to create a palate and help him to create a palate that craves nutritious foods. And to this day, he just had his birthday, and his friend said, "Mom, I think we need to get Lincoln bell peppers because Lincoln loves red bell peppers." And his mom said, "I'm not putting red bell peppers in a happy birthday bag. Like, we need to do something else than that." So to give you guys an idea, it's more than just you, right? That coaching ripples to your kids, to those who you're helping. And then beyond that, an even vaster scope. So through coaching, I have been able to stay home full time with now my 3 kiddos. I just had one 2 months ago. So now I'm able to pay the mortgage with this coaching. So not only has it helped me to drop the weight, be more confident, have a more exciting relationship with my husband, help my picky eater kids and create a nutrition plan that works for them, but it also allows us to bring in enough money to cover the mortgage so we can more easily be home with these kids and be present in the day to day. So I can be there to volunteer at school. I can be there if there's an issue. I can be there for all of those things. And I never thought I'd be able to have all of those parts of my life come together and my cup be filled in such a wonderful way that coaching has allowed me to do that. And to become your best self is your job. To allow people to become their best selves is your job. And there's nothing more gratifying than earning an income by helping other people. It feels so good. So I'm so glad that you're here. I know that Nicole and I are just so excited and love coaching so much, and has blessed up our lives so much that we can't help but shout it from the rafters. So we're so glad that you guys are here. If you're like, yes, this sounds like something I want to do, here's your next steps. We wanted to share this with you guys. 1, you need to think about why you want to do this. I want you to think about and come back to your coach. Why do you want to do this? Why does this kind of excite you? We're going to share with you more information on what it looks like for a compensation plan. We're going to share with you guys why, more information about what it looks like for the nitty gritty. What do you mean? How do you grow a business in 60 to 90 minutes a day? How do you use the resources afforded to you? So we are going to be sharing all of the nitty gritty with you via this next PDF and our sneak peek to coaching, which Nicole and I are hosting, and we'd love for you guys to join us. The only thing that I and Nicole can also add here, which you really need to be a top coach. You don't need the experience. You don't need the degrees. What you need is a reason why. Why do you want to do this? You need a willingness to work intentionally, and you need to be open to growth. I mean, I can't think of anything else that you need to be a top coach, right? Nicole, what do you think? Other than those three big things.
Definitely. I agree with that. And, coming from, I think both of us, all we really did was post on social media to maybe do some updates for family with our kids. It was really terrifying for me to think I'm gonna do what on Transformation Tuesday? Like, I'm gonna do sweaty selfies and all that. Like, okay, I don't know about that, but we help you learn what you want to use this platform for. This is not just health and fitness. This is an incredible platform that you have been given an opportunity to change lives. So yes, we are all about health and fitness via exercising and good nutrition, but there's so much more beyond that. And so we are not just slamming Beachbody down people's throats. That's not our purpose. Our purpose is to truly help and to help change and to inspire and encourage. And I think I can speak for Ashley with this too. That means that we may not have everybody sign up with us in our challenge groups, but that doesn't mean I'm changing what I'm saying. That doesn't mean that I'm changing what I'm offering to people and that I'm not there to be a helping hand. So we give you all of the tools, all of the trainings that you might need to kind of help get you really over your own self-limiting beliefs. Because when you have people in your corner and we're rooting you on and we're cheering you on to be the best version of yourself and the best coach that you want to be, whatever those goals are for you, which may be completely different than what ours are, we will support you in those. And so I know it's nerve-wracking and you probably feel like you have no idea where to start and what to do, but we are here to help you in all of that. So
absolutely. Excellent. Next steps. So if you're like, yes, I'm interested, let's learn more information, reach out to your coach and we'll share with you an informational PDF sharing with you kind of the nitty gritty on what it looks like to be a coach. Next, we'd like to officially invite you to our coaching sneak peek where we will go over for a week. We'll be sharing free workouts, free meal plans, and we'll be having action steps so you kind of have an idea of what it feels like to be a coach, what it feels like to share on social media about your journey. It's nothing that you have to sign up for. It's nothing that is, going to lock you in. It's simply giving you a taste of the awesomeness that is coaching. So we're really excited you guys are here and have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.